Two things I'll start with. One, I don't own the hostel. I'm just very fortunate to be a part of the project. Two, I am not a presenter. I don't speak to large audiences. I haven't, ever. I'm just a kid, like a lot of you in the audience, trying to figure things out, trying to piece it all together, trying not to make more huge mistakes. I'm not even a college graduate. But I will be genuine with you, because I am fighting the same battle as a lot of you, as we all are. A battle to create a life that is perfect for us, and to hang in there and not mess it all up. Think about the most inspired, passionate, authentic people you've ever met, that you've ever seen. They are living life completely by their own terms. They do exactly what they want to. I see them making it work. And I want to live that way too. I do not want to be forced to play by the real world's rules. So how do they do that? And can we do the same thing? And then I'll get to thinking that we don't necessarily have the luxury to do the same thing. We don't have the luxury to play by our own rules. The real world can work against us. It can be really rough on some of us. We are not necessarily born with charisma or a knack for public speaking. We are not necessarily natural athletes. So we guard ourselves against despair. We are taught to be content with just what we have and not be wishing for more. But as I have battled my way through high school and made a very weak attempt at college, in crappy jobs, I have wished for more. I have wished for a life that is exactly what I would love to have, the ideal. But there's another voice whispering to me in the back of my head, saying, uncross your fingers. Stop wishing for more. Uncross your fingers. Why do we believe that greatness was not meant for us? Why do we believe that we can't live the life of our dreams like the people we're looking at? And I'll tell you why, because I've been thinking about it for almost my entire life, and it's because we're scared. We're scared that we might not be able to make that work. What is the difference between the heroes of this world, the legends that we all look to, and all of us in this room? Our heroes are not wishing for anything. Every day, 1%, 1 out of 100, one of us from this room is getting up, and they're actively moving towards the things that they want. They are not idly wishing that they had different circumstances. They are not wishing and hoping that they will one day have more, nor are they simply content with exactly what they have. They are actively pursuing greatness. They are pursuing the life of their dreams. They are taking the cards that life has given them, and they are turning them into something more. There are no naturals. There are no gifted ones. It doesn't matter. All that there is choice. Everything that we are is nothing but our choice. So if we are in control of creating this life for ourselves, then my question for you, and the question that I ask myself daily, is what are we going to create? I'm asking you to step over the line drawn in the sand by yourself and create something more. Step it up. Pick it up a notch every day, and then pick it up again and again and again, and do not stop. And do not be scared of what life is going to throw on you, because it's going to throw on you a lot. This is not something easy. This isn't, you can't just walk out of here and go do this right now. This is not something that you do and then it's over. It's a process that's happening throughout your whole life. So I want to share with you a method. It's 3 parts, much like the previous presentation. It's a 3-part method, and I've been working on it kind of my entire life by thinking about it, and I've been trying every waking moment of the last 3 weeks of my life to distill it down to a method that's just 3 parts. And it's kind of on this paper. This is, remember, not a professional. Failure is the first part. Embracing failure, understanding how much failure we're going to deal with, especially if we're chasing the life of our dreams. You can hide from failure in comfort and contentment, or you can chase down the greatest challenges, chase down and conquer the things that you don't understand, and you can guarantee that you're going to fail a lot. So the first part is changing the way you feel about failure. Changing the way you feel about the most difficult challenges that leave you flat on your face, the things that strike you at your core, the things that hurt you. Those are our teachers. Failure is our friend, who unfortunately only knows how to practice tough love. An example from my own life of failures that hurt, go back to high school, and you can fail a test. I failed plenty of tests. That's a failure. It didn't really bother me, though. That's not an emotional failure. The failures that really struck me was girls. Yeah, women. So that's the stuff that really it mattered to me when I was in high school. I wanted that affection, and all my friends had it, and I was wishing that I had it and wondering, why can't I be better looking and more charismatic and cooler, and just totally miserable, and tears sometimes. Those are the failures that really hurt, and those are the times when we need this silver lining to know that we're learning from it. I don't have any slides today, but I just dug up a few pictures like 20 minutes ago. And Russ, the tech, was very kind to help me set them up. I want to show you myself in high school. Bam! Why can't I get a girlfriend, Dad? What's the deal? Yeah, there's other fish in the sea that nobody likes me. All right, moving forward. Bam! Doesn't get any better. Those are my bands, ladies. You like my rubber bands? I'm fly. I'm a good-looking young man. Moving to senior year. That's a little better, I guess. So failure is the first part. Embrace it. Learn to love it. It's not the fun part. The second part, fortunately, it is fun. I'm not talking about going out and doing fun things, the things that you want to do every day in your life, because unfortunately we cannot do that. I'm talking about, instead of using commitment to guard yourself against the things that you don't like doing, against the things that you really would love to not be doing, with enjoyment. With a commitment to enjoy the things that you are going to be forced to do, the things that you would rather not do. How you respond to those situations is what makes you who you are. How you respond to easy things in your life, how do you respond to fun things or things that don't hurt you, that doesn't make you who you are. How you respond to the hard things, the things you would rather not do. So when you're at work and your job is not good, or you're in school and you hate this class, you can make, it goes back to choice again. You can make a conscious decision to just choose to enjoy these things. And it feels better to just hate it, to just wage war against it in your mind and wait for it to end. You're turning off, though. Next time, pay attention and think about how much control you have to turn it into something fun. You know, you're scrubbing the grill at like Waffle House and you're covered in grease. Maybe you're just doing a test or homework. Turn on music, whatever. Just wake your mind up and don't shut down and don't decide just to hate it. Because then you're enjoying the things that you don't want to do and you're enjoying the things that you do want to do, and you're happy all the time. You're building a foundation for happiness that's going to last you through all the hard work you have to do. And work is the third part, learning how to handle the work. These are the components of our lives. Our fun, our work, our failures, our successes. We have to spend half of our lives doing work. And some jobs are really not fun. They're not good. I'm not going to tell you that every job is going to be awesome, because it's definitely not. Waffle House, that comes from my own life. That's what I did. It wasn't fun. But half of our life is spent in that work environment. You know what phrase I hate? I would come home from the Waffle House and I'd be like, oh, dude, Dad, my day sucked, honestly. I got my butt kicked again. It's not great working. And he goes, that's why they call it work. And And I think that's nonsense. I know that's nonsense because I've discovered something else. Work does not have to be something that sucks. I've waged war against that idea my whole life. And you can enjoy the tough times where work does suck, and you can make the best out of it. While that's happening, you're not resigning yourself to that place. Work is not something you just have to do to pay the bills in order to get by. Work is one of the best things we've got. So actively pursue finding work and creating work that you love. And it might take you a long time. It might take you 20 years. But it's possible. And I'm not talking about what's easy or simple or happens quickly. I'm talking about what's possible. And with what is on the stake, what is at stake here, it's your life, it's you. So there can't be another choice. You cannot resign yourself to a simple place of contentment where the job you have is just good enough and it does pay the bills and that works and that's fine. That's half your life. If there's anything that you can't give up on, it's your life. So take control and choose to decide to relentlessly pursue the next step, improvement, a better position in work. And you know you found it when your fun and your work, they are not working against each other anymore. They converge, and they're working for one another. You see? Fun and work, it doesn't have to stay that way. The struggle does not go on forever. The struggle to improve yourself will go on forever. So do not sit idly wishing for something more. Do not wish for a big break. If there is a wall in front of you created by the circumstances that you were given, then bash the wall with a hammer. Do not wait for a big break in it. There is not going to be a break in it. You break the wall down and step over the rubble, and you chase the work of your dreams, the life of your dreams that is on the other side. I skipped all my notes. So in closing, you'll find this by deciding to, by realizing and accepting that no circumstances matter when met by the power of your will. You are creating this. Own that. It's uncomfortable and it's terrifying, but it's empowering because you are in control. Accept your failures. Learn to love them. The worst ones are the ones you will grow from. Commit to enjoying the things that you don't want to do. Work as hard as you can and do it every day for the rest of your life. And you will do better work than you ever thought you could, and you'll have more fun than anybody else around you, and you will have a big stupid grin on your face as you slide down the far end of the bell curve to the 1% who is living life on their own terms. I'll leave you with a quote. This is the only one I have to read. By James Merchner. The master in the art of living makes little distinction between his work and his play, his labor and his leisure, his information and his recreation, his love and his religion. He hardly knows which is which. He simply pursues his vision of excellence and leaves it up to everyone else to decide whether he's working or playing. To him, he's always doing both. Thank you.